Not so close, Patches. I wouldn't want you to come down in this gorge, too.
For something to attack, or something to protect. Yeah, I always forget what that rune means.
It's all uphill from here. We're too close to the writhing wall for a portal. But I brought grapple bows just in case. Not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows. Never used one? They're fun. Since the writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go. I hope Bonus will take care of that for us. If we reach a spot where the writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path. Clearly the worm cult is here, and having some trouble with the local wildlife.
Pray for mercy!
Cliffs ahead. See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow. I wish Spawns... This looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
Mustn't stay swinging. I have little time. How help me see your connection.
necessary tamid. Joe Jet. Useful not only for its luster.
Good. I hoped you or Gabriel had my stuff, but I couldn't tell if you got my previous messages. I haven't quite escaped yet, but we must be swift. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any... I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the writhing wall from you. The worm cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld, like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. You can't, not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The writhing wall is an insuperable barrier, thin spots such as Lizal notwithstanding.
Father, I see what Vanis meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point. More cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins. This is proving to be a... Vanis is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here. Quickly, there is more I must tell you. Curse the luck. I sense that the writhing wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the Wormco's reverse plane meld progressed on your side of the wall? Daedra. That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islands of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the worm cult. Curse the luck. I sense that the right Daedra. I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in eastern Solstice. Clever of Warmblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Tamriel, we would have noticed. But the cursed island and the writhing wall blinded us. Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The worm cult Soul Reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the writhing wall. Great effort. But to what?
Cut off again! We must find another place where we can speak with Vanus.
What are they thinking?
Look! Up the steps! Another weak point! I will not lose Vanus a third time.
Hurry, friend. My captors have finally figured out I'm up to something in here. Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it. It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure. The Worm Cult brought Manamarco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
I lost Vanus. We were lucky to learn as much as we did, but we know what we must do. Let's talk, friend. hope Vanus is alright. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible. I don't think so. Vanus mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco, too? You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the Gift of Death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship. Good luck at Voska Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Ah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for? Memory's a bittersweet thing. When I think of Darien's smile, his laugh, I can't help but remember what it felt like to be with him, how I felt about him. And that makes me miss him even more. I suppose I can admit it. Darien was more than a friend. It started as a game. I pretended I was scandalized by his endless flirting. He pretended he wasn't serious. I wish I had said something about how I really felt. But I think he knew.
Not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down to this gorge, too.
Potency, aspect, or essence? Good find.
Five Claw, over here! Raz poked around several old Argonian ruins before returning to Sunport empty-handed. He never thought to visit an ancient ball court until Gabrielle showed up and sent him here. With great urgency, one might add. Imagine his surprise. If you consider High Necromancer Wormblood to be unusual, then yes. He arrived just before you, and he brought friends. They entered the old ball court just ahead. Raz wondered if they came to play a game, but no one invited him to join in. But it would be so rude to show up without an invitation, Five Claw. Think of all the worm cultists we would have to apologize to with our blades. What exactly is Wormblood looking for again? If Wormblood is here, Vanus must have a knowledgeable source indeed. This one heard Wormblood tell his minions to seek the ball court's ritual altar to the north. Time for Five Claw and the Queen's Eye to save the day, yes? Seating tiers, the carvings. Raz had no idea Tiba Hudson was so important. Look, Five Claw. Wormblood is here. This is our chance.
Fellowship fools. To me, faithful of the Black Worm, destroy these interlopers. Kill them already. Even failures can serve me in death. I have a better use for these wretched souls. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, Five Claw. Hide behind the pillar.
You are a more worthy opponent than I expected. from these flimsy vessels. I will consume your soul and
Take cover!
Show me, Joe.
Another dead bird.
my home
Before us, one
wither. Quiet, you mangy.
At last! Take the relic, Five Claw, and let us be on our way. Raz does not like the feel of this place. Dark ruins. He's coming back to life! It is foolish to fight a foe who cannot die. Destroy the columns. Bring down the shrine. Raz will pin Wormblood to the floor. Get the gift of death back to Sunport. Raz will be fine.
Let us speak, Tubby. Ah, mate. Imagine the fine attire you might make with that. Fair potential for fine adornments.
and one. She guides us to the proper path. And sings the words of love.
Gabrielle recounted what you learned from Vaunus Galarian. Dire tidings indeed. Was he right about the sacred Tiba Hatse court? Was Wormblood there? Did you find the gift of death? Excellent news, I think. We still don't know exactly why the Worm Cult needs the gift of death to restore Manamarco, if that is indeed their intention, but at least the Worm Cult doesn't have it. What happened with Wormblood? Immediate resurrection? What kind of power is he able to call upon? Only legendary necromancers or a few fated heroes can do that. If Wormblood can't die, how did you and Razumdar defeat him? You did well to keep the gift of death from Wormblood. Better yet, you found a way to speak with Vaunus Galarian. Knowledge is a mighty weapon in this war of secrets. Now we know what awaits us behind the writhing wall. I thank you, comrade.
Raz is here.
The Fellowship
It takes more
faces
than a
difficult
falling
decisions.
building to send this
Let
one
us
to
talk,
the sands
comrade.
behind the stars.
You recovered the relic Wormblood wants so badly. But now that we have it, what do we do with it? I would like to know what Prince Azar thinks.
While you were searching Vosga Shrine, Gabrielle told me of your communication with Vaunus Galarian. Soul Reapers feeding the writhing wall? A new plane meld? The situation on Solstice is worse than I thought, but I might have an idea. Thanks to you, we now have something Wormblood wants, the gift of death. As long as we hold it, his plans remain unfulfilled. Returning Manamarco to life, expanding the writhing wall, whatever he needs it for. That gives us a degree of influence. Wormblood needs the gift, and we have it. We can use that to lead him to a spot of our choosing. This provides us one advantage. An advantage I believe we must seize with all due haste. Will you help me turn the gift of death against the Worm Cult? We have the relic Wormblood seeks. What do we do with it?
He has Manamarco's body. We cannot allow Wormblood to bring him back.
We have something else, too. Raz snatched this key from Wormblood during our struggle.
A key. Let me see that. Aha!